Now, Citizens Charter, what is Citizens Charter? So first, let me write down this. The Citizens Charters Initiative. So what is initiative? It had been taken down. It was been considered. So, it was a movement to be considered. So Citizens Charter was a very important initiative. So what is it? Is a response to the mission. So they can ask you in UPSC for this. Mission for solving the problems which a citizen meets day in and day out while dealing with the organizations providing public services. Okay, so Citizens Charter, as I said, it's an initiative, it's a response to the mission for solving the problems which a citizen meets in, day out. The whole day a citizen is having some problem, so that is there. So these are the charters where it will help the citizens to take care of itself in the by way of a government, a good government, while dealing with the organization and providing him a good public service. Okay, so like good metro trains, good all the good facilities. So that is what is all about is Citizens Charter. Okay, so so that means you can understand it's something like a declaration. Okay, so let me just grab this. So the charter is the declaration of committee, okay, or commitment. So it is a declaration of commitment to a very high or superior service. Okay, service. Now what is this? Let me just continue writing. The Citizen Charter declares the standard for various services offered. Okay, so what does it? So it gives you all the services which they are offering to the citizens. So it includes expectations. So every citizen is expecting something from their from the government. Expectations of the organization from the citizens for fulfilling. Okay, for fulfilling its commitment. Okay, so Citizens Charter, basically if you want to ask me that, ma'am, where do we see the Citizens Charter? So Citizens Charter is available on India Post website. So let me write down here. Citizen Charter is available on India Post website. Okay, and what is the concept? So the concept, as I said in easy word, so concept is to protect the trust between the service provider and its users. Okay, so basically it's a concept to protect the trust between the service provider and its users. Okay, so just let me clear this. Let me continue explaining some more points, some vital points. Okay, so when was the Citizen Charter first expressed? Okay, so the Citizens Charter was first expressed and implemented, okay, in the United Kingdom, okay, by the Conservative. So this is a very important point, they can ask you as a question. By the Conservative government of John Major. Okay, so he was the British Prime Minister in 1991 as a national program with aim to constantly improve. Okay, so this was basically done in the year 1991 to constantly improve to the quality of public. So public service, so you know, because basically public service is very important for the people of the country. So Citizens Charter is for the people of the country. So for the people of the country, before this concept was not there, so it was introduced first time in 1991, for the people of the country, so that these services respond to the needs and wishes of the users. Okay, so now let us see what is the importance of Citizens Charter. Okay, so let me delete this. Yes, so we will know now, because as I said, Citizens Charter is basically for, you know, see that there's a great quality of public service in the country. Okay, so we will see one by one the importance, and we will also understand the objectives, and if there is any problem of Citizens Charter, that also we will discuss in today's class. Okay, so we'll see the first point. As I said, we will first talk about is why is it so important. Okay, so importance of Citizens Charter. Okay, so it's the first one. So why is it important? First of all, it is introduced to make administration accountable, you know, because whatever you are administrating, you know, the citizens want to know what is going on and how it is going on. Okay, because obviously the entire government is based on the basis of the citizen, and the citizens are paying taxes. Okay, and that is why they are accountable. They should know that what is going on with their money. So to make administration accountable and citizen friendly. Okay, then the second point, to ensure transparency. Third, to take measures to improve customer service. Fourth, to adopt, so stakeholders, because even, you know, the ones who are investing money, so they are called as stakeholders. So to adopt a stakeholder, so who are having money in the, you know, who are investing money to the government, so they are called as stakeholders. To adopt a stakeholder approach. Okay, that means the government is also trying to invest on the citizens. Okay, and also the last point is very important, to save time of both administration, because, you know, if you're having a good system, then the citizens will also not waste the time, the administrator will also not waste the time. to save time of both administration and the citizen. Okay, so like right now the smart card is happening in metros, so you don't need to go and stand in the wait in the ticket counter. You can just punch in and you can go. So that is called as saving time for both the administration and the citizen. Okay, so there will be various examples like this which is very easy for both, so now if you like, you don't need to go. If you want to go, you just punch your card and you can go here and there. So that is what, if you're having a problem, you have, medical assistance nearby. So in major countries they have this 911 in New York, where it is like, everything is just by calling one number, your emergency is right at your doorstep. Okay, so now let's talk about the objectives. Okay, yes, so now we will talk about is the objectives of the citizens charter. So these are the fundamental objectives. What is the meaning of fundamental? Fundamental means basic. So these are the basic objectives of citizens charter. So now what is the goal? Before that we should know. So the goal of citizens charter is to empower or increase, is to empower the citizen in relation to public service delivery. Okay, now there are 6 principles of citizens charter movement as originally framed were. So now initially that is the first one, how only there were 6 principles. So let me write down here 6 principles of the citizens charter movement were as originally framed were. Okay, so the first one was quality. So quality means improving the quality of the service. So let me write down here, improving the quality of services. The second one is choice. So what do you mean by choice? Wherever possible, you have an option. Okay, you have an option like, choice of using metro trains or buses. So that is also a choice which is given to the citizens. Okay, so wherever possible, there you must give a choice to a citizen. Options should be always in abundance. Then next is standards. Yes, so standards. So specify what to expect from the citizens. So specify what to expect, and it is vice versa. So the citizens will also expect what is the standard quality, what they are supposed to expect from the government. So specify what to expect and how to act. So it's like both the ways. And how to act if standards are not met. So in case if they are not happy with the standards, so they, how are they supposed to act, that also is being laid down. Okay, now coming to the 4th point, so just let me clear this. Okay, yes, so 4th one is value. Yes, so I'm getting the services, what is the value? Okay, so the value means I will focus here for the taxpayers money. So I am paying so much of tax, what is the value I'm getting? I'll give you example like Norway, Denmark. These are all Nordic countries. Okay, these are all cold countries. They are called as Scandinavian countries. So Norway, then Denmark, then Sweden, Finland. So these people, they expect the citizens to pay a lot of taxes, and in return they give beautiful services. What kind of services? Education is free from first standard or from nursery to PhD. Okay, health services are free for the entire citizens. Transportation to some extent is also free. 95% for elder people and students, it's free. Okay, so and then only everything is free. Okay, so even the only the house rent they need to pay, sometimes even that is also included in the company's payment. Okay, so everything is very very cheap there. So that is the way the government is taking care of the society, like especially because if health is a very important factor. So if health is being taken care, education is taken care. Okay, so then that is why these are the countries are also be told as to be happy countries, which we have studied. And that is why the taxpayers, they pay a lot, and that is why they are not at all disappointed or sad that they are paying so much of tax, because they are so happy with the government that just because they are paying so much money, the government is paying value for the money, or like giving good value to the citizens. Okay, so that is called as value. Let's come to the fifth one. Okay, and let us take an example of the same countries. So accountability also, yes, the government of Norway, Sweden and Finland and all these Nordic countries, they are very much accountable to individuals and organizations. Okay, so to individuals and organizations. Okay, coming to the sixth one, transparency. Yes, so what exactly your money is being taken care of, or where exactly in which sectors your money is being drained or is being invested. So that transparency should also be there. So transparency on what grounds? On rules, procedures, schemes and grievances. Okay, so in four sectors the transparency should be there. Now later on these were elaborated by the Labour government as following 9 principles. They thought that 6 principles are not enough, so they elaborated it into 9 principles. Okay, so let me just write down this and let us now discuss about the 9 principles. Okay, okay, so let me write down here. Later on these were elaborated by the Labour government as following 9 principles. Okay, so 9 principles were done. Okay, of service. So they were called as service delivery. Okay, and these 9 principles were introduced in the year 1998. Okay, so the first one was set standards of service. Second one was be open and provide full information. Third, consult. So you must consult and involve the citizens, or both the parties, the government and the citizens, both should consult each other and involve themselves. Fourth, encourage access and the promotion of choice. Fifth, treat all fairly. So basically these Swedish countries, Finland and all these Nordic countries, they treat the citizens very fairly. Okay. Sixth, so let me write down here, there is a little bit space. Put things right. So this is a very important point. I repeat, put things right when they go wrong. So something like a phrase it is, that when the things are right, you must put the things right, when especially when they go wrong. So whenever there is anything going wrong, then only we have to rectify. So that is what they are trying to tell you about the 7th principle. Sorry, the 6th principle. The 7th point, use resources. So these countries like Finnish countries, Scandinavian countries, they use their resources effectively, and that is why they are so happy. Okay, then 8th, innovate. Yes, so innovate, get some new things and improve it also. Yes. Then the ninth one, so ninth here is work with other providers. Okay, so you can also work with the private people who are really good at it. And the Indian scenario. So these 9 10 principles were basically done in India, we also have to focus on the Indian scenario. So in 1998 we had first taken the 6 principles from the British government. Okay, and then we adapted these 9 principles, catering to our needs and tailoring to our needs. Okay, so that is why the 10th one, if you see, the 10th principle is an added principle, that is the Indian scenario. Okay, now, since many years, in India, noteworthy progress has been made in the field of, economic development, as I said, and this along has considerably increased in the literacy rate from, 51.63% to 65.38% in the last. So, in the last 10 years, if you see, from 51% point or 51.63%,